Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. So I wanted to bring up this slideshow from the 2021 analyst day. Now, the reason I wanted to bring this up because I still see that there's a lot of confusion out there. You got to look at the numbers, right? So at the very top, raising mid and long-term guidance across the board, right? This T-Mobile did in 2021, and they always guide conservative. And then at the bottom, potential upside and acceleration opportunities not in this plan. So these numbers that you're seeing on screen from 2021 are likely much different now. But I want to bring this up anyway because a lot of people are confused about where T-Mobile is going and its financials and where they will be compared to the competition. So I wanted to bring this up, right? As of this year, in 2021, T-Mobile guided to be at a service revenue of 61 to 62 billion, which is a pretty substantial amount. And that will increase by 2026 to 70 plus billion dollars of service revenue. Now, another thing that I wanted to look at was the free cash flow. T-Mobile guided in 2021 that they would have a $13 to $14 billion free cash flow as of 2023. That's already this year. And that's already a higher free cash flow than what Verizon and AT&T are reporting. And they are guiding a $18 plus billion free cash flow by 2026. And like I said, the potential upside is not included in this plan. T-Mobile always guides conservative by history. They're going to beat these numbers, and I'm about 99% sure they will beat these numbers. Now, there are still some questions about margins and all that. That's a fair argument, but it looks like T-Mobile is trying to control that narrative as well, and they are also trying to fix that, right? Recently, Roger Entner reported, per his findings, I will leave a link to his Twitter in the description, T-Mobile has the highest ARPA in the industry, and it's not even close. That's average price per account. Now, T-Mobile still lacks on the ARPU, but they make up for it by the ARPA. So that means T-Mobile is able to attach more stuff to the account. Tablets, watches, lines, whatever it may be, T-Mobile is really good at doing this. So that's what T-Mobile is trying to establish. You guys got to remember, T-Mobile is trying to grow into the big company of, that AT&T and Verizon are today, right? So there's still some negative feedback on the net income. I understand that too. T-Mobile is not there today, but eventually they will be, right? In the fourth quarter of 2022, which T-Mobile reported those numbers in 2023, they reported a net income of $1.5 billion, and that still included merger-related costs. So once you factor out, those costs gone, everything is now done, I think T-Mobile will settle at a net income of between $2 to $3 billion. Now, that is still not where Verizon and AT&T are today, right? Verizon and AT&T are between $4 to $5 billion, but you can see where it's headed. Once T-Mobile gets to that long-term goal of 2026, I am confident to say that they will be around the same net income, if not more, than Verizon and AT&T by 2026. Confident in that, because their plan, their business plan, the way it's structured, it's just working. Right? And that's not knocking the competition. They have problems of their own. They have all these businesses that they have to operate. They got to figure it out. Verizon has to figure out how they gain back momentum, and AT&T has to figure out how they keep their growth. Right? They recently had a string of quarters where they were the leading grower in the industry, but that's looking like it's going to be T-Mobile again. So AT&T has to figure that out, right? How do we change the go-to market? And the same goes for Verizon. But nothing has changed at T-Mobile. They continue their path on accelerating the upside, right? That's rural growth. There are stores launching in places that they've never had retail before every day. That's where T-Mobile is growing. They're growing in the enterprise space. I'm sure we'll hear more about that come when they report their quarterly earnings for Q1. Government, military, they're growing all those businesses. And that's a big business for T-Mobile because it will get them to the numbers that they want to achieve. And like I said, those numbers are likely different. Their service revenue, for an example, right? I'm just throwing an example, could be already at $75+ billion by 2026. The free cash flow could already be at $20+ billion by 2026, right? Because the company is growing effectively. They said they would do this in a profitable way. They have a very smart team that has figured this out, what's best for the company, and that's what they're doing. They're going to get there. They are very close to getting to the Verizon and AT&T levels, right? The free cash flow, I think they have already achieved that because Verizon and AT&T pay dividends. So T-Mobile is already there now. That makes them very flexible on making, purchases like Mint Mobile. They could raise CapEx another $2 to $3 billion, whatever the case may be, right? And that's only going to get better. By 2026, they're guiding $18+ billion free cash flow as of the 2021 Analyst Day. That's a pretty, healthy free cash flow to be at. And that should be followed by net income once all of the merger-related costs are done. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Look forward to reading your comments. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. See y'all in the next one. Peace.